think no matter where the right wing is at on family rights for LGBT individuals, I would also say that Laura's always a step ahead in creating a new avenue for LGBT families to have some security.
I think Laura's legacy will be, or is, two very significant things. She was very involved in the gay club, East High issue, and then the gay adoption and families, trying to make it better for families, gay and lesbian, transgender families who have children.
As a person, I've always wanted to help other communities, and as a lesbian, it just made sense to help my own community. And as an attorney, I see my law degree as a gift and a privilege, and I really have always wanted to put that to good use.
Laura's the one attorney on Capitol Hill that the right wing really knows, and it's because she knows what she's doing, and she's always a step ahead of them, and they have constantly got to think, as a group, how do we work against Laura Gray?
It's always been upsetting to me that gay and lesbian families and their children are treated as second-class citizens here in Utah, and it's been important for me to try to change those laws and protect our families so that they have the same protections as the kids next door.
Laura, I think, has a really long legacy since she's been in this community for years doing this work. And it's time for new people to come and build on that legacy as Laura leaves our community for a period of time.
Laura has planted what I would call perennial seeds of change for the LGBT community, and those will continue to blossom year after year.
I think we've become a force to be reckoned with. We still have a lot of work to do. We've gone from being defensive in terms of fighting negative legislation to now trying to be more offensive and changing the laws for the better. It's given me so much purpose and sense of accomplishment to be able to fight the good fight and to make a difference in people's lives, and especially the lives of kids here in Utah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Milliken Gray.
Wow, thank you. What a warm welcome. I feel like Sarah Palin at the Republican convention. So I think this crowd's better looking and smarter. I'm profoundly honored to receive this award, along with Mayor Becker, the Jarvises, and Kevin Jennings, who I've always admired. Equality Utah is an amazing organization, and it has been so rewarding for me to watch it grow from its infancy to become the powerhouse it is today. And I want to thank my wife, Agnieszka, who's in London. And for those of you who don't know, I'm moving there in a couple weeks. And she couldn't be here tonight. And I want to thank my good friends, Jen, Alice, Lizzie and Julie, and the rest of the sassy ladies over here at my table. Let's hear it. You all have helped me in immeasurable ways. And I want to give a shout out to my sister warriors, Jane, Jackie, Lauren, Christy, and Louise, with whom I've fought many battles here in Utah. And since I'm leaving, I've been reflecting lately on the history of our community's legal rights since I got involved in the early 1990s. And prior to that time, it seems to me that we were not that visible and we didn't warrant a lot of attention. But then we started finding our voice and making some noise. And it started with the kids at East High when a group of queer kids dared to start a gay support club. Then Wendy Weaver, a lesbian teacher in Utah, came out publicly. I'm sure you all remember that one. After that, gasp, those gays started adopting and forming families. And unfortunately, the legislature slammed us with a horrific adoption ban in the year 2000, followed by an even more heartbreaking legal case where non-biological parents lost the right to have a relationship with the children they raise and have become legal strangers to their own children. Next, we fought a valiant but losing battle against marriage discrimination when that was written into our Utah Constitution. And yesterday and today, gay and transgendered Utahns fight for the basic right to be who they are and still keep their jobs. So I think what we've seen is that we've endured the inevitable backlash that occurs when a marginalized group stands up for its rights. And along the way, so many heroes have emerged. I want to share with you a quote I found recently, going through some old boxes. This is it's from a 17-year-old student who was one of the students at East who started the first gay club. This was on the front page of the Los Angeles Times in February of 1996. First, there was a quote from Gail Ruzicka about how older homosexuals are coming out to student campuses and recruiting our children. I think they were talking about me and Kevin Jennings, among others. And then there was a quote from this student, an amazing quote that I want to share with you. The student said, "We are accidental activists. Our backpacks are our briefcases, and our school lockers are our offices. We are not an epidemic. We are different, and we don't know exactly why. And this is America, where the rights of the minority are protected." Now that's a real hero. So the good news is that we've emerged from these and other challenges stronger and more determined, and we are poised right now with Equality Utah at the helm and with your help to achieve full rights for our community. After all, this is America, where the rights of the minority are protected. So I'm going to leave this struggle in your good hands. But before I go, I want to ask a couple of favors from you. First, I want to ask that each of you sign up 5 new members to Equality Utah. If all 1,300 of you do that, we'll have 6,500 new members. And I started thinking about how Equality Utah is really a multi-level marketing company. Utah's the capital of that, you know? So if those 6,500 people sign up 5 people, we'll have 32,500 new members. At that point, we'll be more successful than Zango and Tahitian Noni combined. Heck, we may even have a big old building down in Utah County right there along the highway. Yeah. Next, I'm going to ask you to take care of some unfinished business for me, and I'd like you to fight hard right now in this next session to repeal the gay adoption ban in Utah so our families... Yes. I know Representative Chavez Hoke is here, and I just want to recognize her because she's one of our amazing allies. She came right out as a freshman and just did what was real and right in her heart, and that was to stand up for gay and lesbian families. So thank you for that, Representative. And I would like you to do that now because there are kids, and I know there are parents here tonight who have suffered the heartbreak of being torn away from the children that they have parented because they have no legal rights, and that must stop now, not later. And finally, I want you to know that you are my family and Utah's my home. And I know as I travel around the earth that I'll never find a community like this one anywhere else I go. You all are so special. I love you. And so as I embark on my next adventure, I ask that you keep me in your heart, as you surely will be in mine. Thank you.